The things that stand out are often the oddities. Pierre Salinger. Also, spoiler alert. 25 spoiler alerts. Here are 25 movie oddities that make no sense. 25. X-Men: The Last Stand. Phoenix, aka Jean Grey, literally crushes and tears everything and everyone apart. When Wolverine kills her, she fails to destroy one thing and one thing only: Wolverine's pants. Even his auto-healing skin is about to be ripped from his adamantium frame, but his pants stay on no matter what. What are they made of? 24. The Usual Suspects. I can't help but notice that Kaiser Soze wasn't all that bright after all. Think about it. The man spent hours and hours in the police station talking with the cop, showing his face, when a faxed picture of him could have arrived at any moment. 23. Terminator. Seriously, why didn't Skynet just send more Terminators to finish the job? First, it sent a Cyberdyne System Series T800 Model 101 Terminator who failed miserably, and then it had to wait over a decade to send a liquid T1000 who didn't manage to finish the job either. Why couldn't they just send a dozen Terminators to make sure John Connor was dead? 22. Terminator 2: Judgment Day. In the first movie, it's explained pretty clearly that only objects made of organic tissue can time travel, which is why Kyle Reese and the Terminator are both naked when they arrive. The problem is that T1000 is made entirely of liquid metal and therefore has no tissue matter. So how was he able to time travel? 21. The Shawshank Redemption. A question I've always had was, who put the poster back in place after Andy's incredible successful escape? How exactly did he reattach the poster from inside the tunnel after going in head first? 20. The Karate Kid. We hear again and again how kicking your opponent in the face is illegal and won't be tolerated by the tournament's officials. However, Daniel-san beats Johnny in the final with the legendary crane kick to the face, becomes a champion, and gets the girl. So, what? Just a minor little detail, as long as it's the good guy doing the face kicking? 19. The Butterfly Effect. When Evan asks his cellmate to look at his hands for proof that he can time travel, he then travels back to when he was a kid and stabs his palms. He now has marks on his hands as proof, but if he got those marks when he was a kid, he would have them on his hands already when he went to jail, right? So, if you think about it, the marks wouldn't have proven anything to anyone but Evan himself. 18. Return of the Jedi. This is not just another oddity, but probably one of the greatest blunders in modern film history. The Empire builds a second Death Star with the same incredible design flaw: a straight path to its reactor that, if blown, destroys the whole station. 17. Star Wars: A New Hope. Wasn't the existence and identity of Vader's children supposed to be a secret? Why then did Luke have the name Skywalker, and why was he raised by Anakin's own family in a place that Anakin himself visited and knew about? 16. Skyfall. Does Silva really want to kill M, or just cry like a baby in front of her for what she did to him? All you needed was a bullet, Silva, not all this illogical and unnecessary drama. 15. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It looks like the chimps and apes from the zoo became intelligent as well, but they didn't get the virus from the canisters. Does that mean the virus evolved to become airborne? Did the intelligent monkeys somehow transmit the virus personally to the dumb monkeys? 14. Reservoir Dogs. Remember the scene where Joe Cabot's gun is aimed at Mr. Orange, Mr. White's gun is aimed at Joe, and Nice Guy Eddie's is pointed at White? So, the shooting happens and everyone goes down. But who shot Nice Guy Eddie? 13. Independence Day. These aliens are heads and shoulders above humans in technology, but were defeated by a little virus because their systems were somehow compatible with our technology? 12. Ocean's 11. Where do the flyers come from that are in the bags that are carried out of the vault and into the van? Danny and Linus couldn't have taken them down there. Moreover, there's no room with the Chinese man. They are carried out to the van before the SWAT team appears, which means they had to have been in the vault to start with. 11. Limitless. Bradley Cooper is a loser writer who takes a pill that makes him the smartest man in the world. For as long as its effects last, that is. However, I can't help but wonder why he thought it was a good idea to borrow money from a mobster and get in trouble if he really was so smart. 10. The Lost World, Jurassic Park. When the boat lands in San Diego, the crew is already dead even though the T-Rex is still trapped in the cargo hold. So, who killed them? 9. Grease. Grease is a movie musical about teenage life in 1950s America. It's not sci-fi or anything, but for some reason, director Randall Kleiser decided to put John and Olivia in a flying car at the very end. When asked why, Kleiser just answered, "Why not?" 8. Edward Scissorhands. At the end, Edward is carving ice sculptures in his mansion. Where did he get the ice? Last time I checked, the movie's setting was in a very warm climate, and Edward's little home definitely didn't have a freezer. 7. E.T. In the legendary bike scene, E.T. clearly showcases his ability to levitate objects and himself. So the question is, why didn't he levitate himself at the beginning of the film back onto his spaceship? 6. Citizen Kane. The moment Charles Foster Kane says Rosebud in his deathbed, there's no one around to hear him say it. His maid enters the room after he dies. Since no one but the audience hears him say it, there is no reason for a reporter to search for meaning in a word no one in the film heard him say. 5. Cars. This happy animated movie has a serious flaw. In a world built among human lines, but inhabited by cars, who built it? The cars? 4. Batman. When Batman tells the Joker, "You killed my parents," his response is that he was only a kid when he did that, which pretty much means he knows Batman's secret identity, which should significantly change our view on everything that's happened before and after between the two. 3. Avatar. The spaceship that was supposed to bomb the Tree of Souls could have simply bombed them from a higher altitude where the flying creatures couldn't breathe. There was no reason for it to fly that low. 2. Aliens. After the initial skirmish, it takes the aliens a long time to crawl into the ventilation shaft so they can infiltrate the colony HQ from above. Why didn't they just try to bash the doors in? How hard could it have been, honestly? 1. The Matrix. Since you need an operator in the real world to dial you in and out of the Matrix, how did Cypher manage to enter, meet Agent Smith, betray his buddies, and then return to the real world as though nothing happened? Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the top right corner so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these two videos here, or just head to our website at list25.com.